our feet in mountain pose. We'll settle into the space. So with our feet firmly planted under our hips, our shoulders stacked on top. And we'll take a few deep breaths in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Breathing in light, fresh energy and curiosity. Visualizing that light spreading all the way from the head to our toes. And with each exhalation, we let go of stagnant energy, air, and emotion. Allowing our breath to assume its natural rhythm in and out through the nose. And running through a body scan from head to toe, getting a sense of the mood and the energy of the body, noting any areas of lightness, comfort, and energy as we run through. Noticing and embracing any parts of us that might need extra nourishment and care. Honoring the state of our body in this moment. And being sure to let go of competition or judgment, or even expectation of how our bodies should move today. Perhaps setting an intention for the practice or an affirmation. Bringing our awareness back to the space around us, the sounds, the temperature, the smells. And with our eyes closed or open, we'll start with a gentle bounce to shift some of the energy that we might be carrying. Helping us to reset, to let go, and to create a little bit more fluidity in the body. Five more seconds. And then we'll all come to stillness, running through a body scan once again. Noticing how the energy may have changed. Blinking our eyes open. And we'll draw our hands backwards, palms facing forward, inhaling, lifting and circling the arms. Rotating the hands back, palms forward. Inhale. Exhale, we lower. Continuing to make big arm circles. Breathing in new energy. Filling our lungs with air. 2 more. And then we'll rotate the opposite direction, drawing the hands up and around. Inhaling up, exhale, rounding down. Big, deep breaths. 3 more. Reaching tall, Starting to find length in the spine. Last one. Reaching our arms up, inhaling. Holding here, palms facing together, reaching tall, arching the lower back, sticking the booty out, opening the abdomen. And we reset, bringing our hands back, heart center, swaying them around. Inhaling. Bringing our arms into cactus. Making sure that our feet are firmly planted under our hips, the knees are slightly bent, and we'll shift left to right. Inhale left, exhale right. Keeping a gentle bend on the knees to protect the lower back, keeping our abdomen tight. Following our hands with our gaze if that feels comfortable on the brain. Changing our patterns, changing our vision. As we slowly open up the spine and allow synovial fluid to run through, warming it up. Keeping our arms in cactus, starting to feel the upper back light up. 3 more on each side. Firm grounding of our feet. Good. And we come back to center. Keeping our arms almost in cactus parallel to the floor. Hands come to the head. Go ahead. And then we'll bring our elbows in. Inhale, open. Exhale, close the elbows together. Feeling the butterflying of the shoulder blades and the chest as the elbows draw together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Connecting our breath with our movement. For 3 more. Excellent. And we release our arms down to the sides. Inhale, rolling the shoulders up and back. We'll do some cats and cows from here. Opening our arms, lifting our chest, arching the lower back. Exhale, rounding forward, either bringing our arms into a hug or closing them another way. Maybe we keep the arms parallel to the floor. The goal is to open and close, rounding into the spine, arching and lifting. Gently flowing with our breath. Drawing energy in towards us. Into whatever might need nurturing. Maybe working through our affirmation here as we hug ourselves with all the love and compassion. 2 more. Finishing that, we come back to neutral. Bringing our hands to the sides of our bodies, opening the palms forward, drawing the shoulder blades back. Strong grounding of our feet and legs. 1 more big breath here. Good. Working our way down to warm up our legs. And we'll flow through some squat series. Inhale, reaching the arms up with wide feet. Squatting down through the legs. Inhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling up on the exhale. We'll float through this. Matching the rhythm of our breath to our movements or movements to our breath. Feeling an opening of the body with each sequence. And perhaps we find a meditative flow where we can keep our eyes closed and enjoy all the yummy sensations that we're creating and identifying. Three more. Last one through. Reaching all the way back up, inhaling. Exhale, we sink down into our squat. Inhale, we forward fold and we hold here. Opening up the legs a little bit more, making contact with our hands on the earth. And melting into the back of the legs. Feeling the sensations running from our ankles and heels up through the back of our legs into our lower back. And then starting to feel space being created between the vertebrae and our neck. Good. Inhale, we press the earth away, bringing our torso parallel to the floor, flat back, and we'll shift over to one side. So shifting all of our weight, feeling what's happening in the inner thigh, keeping our feet planted, torso is elongated, finding length from the tailbone through the crown of the head, using the floor for support. 2 more big breaths. And on the inhale, we'll press ourselves back to center and come over to the opposite side, holding high, creating space in the inner thigh muscles, supporting ourselves on the earth, elongated torso, checking in with the hip. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, we press ourselves back to center. Once again, allowing our heads to hang heavy. Feet are in railroad tracks, toes pointing forward. And on the next inhale, we'll press our torsos back up, shifting our heels into the center and our toes, heels and toes, bringing our feet underneath our hips, hanging here. 3 big breaths. Good. Bending the knees on the inhale. Exhale, we straighten. Inhale, we bend, curling and crunching ourselves in. Exhale, we straighten. Head hangs heavy. Repeating this. Inhale, crouching. Exhale, straightening. Three more. Floating our way back to neutral, micro bend in the knees. Deep breaths in. Then on the exhale, we'll roll ourselves all the way back up like ragdolls, stacking the vertebrae, the shoulders, and the head. Reaching our arms all the way up on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll float through some vinyasa, so coming to the top of our mat if we're not already there. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, palms together. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, stepping back, left foot, lowering all the way down, bringing our hands to heart center, keeping the back toes curled under the shin. We find stability here. Lengthening the torso. From here, we're going to lift our knee off the earth about 6 inches and pulse. Warming up the front leg, pressing in to the ball of the back foot. Tall torso. Five more. 2. Good. Back down, we plant our hands, we step back into a plank. Vinyasa. All the way down, chaturanga, good hold here, upward facing or cobra, deep breath in. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, pressing ourselves back to plank, curling the toes down dog. Good. Pedal out here. Gazing forward, coming up on the toes, and we hop or step through, back to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll repeat that sequence on the other leg. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands, stepping back, right foot. Low lunge, finding our stability, curls, toes are curled under our shin, finding length in our torso, and then we can start to pulse, lifting the right knee off the earth. Bringing that same energy over to the opposite leg. And digging into our Ujjayi breath. Five more. Good. And then we lower back down, making contact with the earth with our knee and our hands, stepping back into plank, chaturanga, upward facing, or cobra. Floating our way all the way back into our down dog. Working our upper body as we go. And we'll pedal it out a few breaths. Good, we've done both sides, so we're going to lift the left leg high. Holding here, 3-legged down dog. Pressing all of our weight to the right heel. Gazing forward, coming up on the toes, right foot stepping back through lunge. This time we stay high, crescent, reaching our arms off the earth. Holding the arms high, finding length in the sides of our body. And once again, we'll pulse, but a high pulse with the front leg, keeping the back leg nice and straight. Only working the front, working the quadricep, and it wraps around to the back of the glute. Tall torso. 5 more. Last one. Good, back to our lunge. Bringing our hands back to the earth, plank vinyasa. Meet you in down dog. Taking a few deep breaths to reset. Pedaling it out, finding stillness, or floating into child's pose at any time between our vinyasas. Good. Next inhale, we lift the right foot off the earth, pressing our weight into the left heel, allowing the head to hang heavy as we melt our upper body towards the earth. Gazing forward, coming up on the toes, left foot stepping through crescent lunge, hugging that knee into the chest, lifting our arms once we find stability. Once again, finding length in the sides of our body. And then we pulse top half, front leg only. Keeping those arms reaching high. Moving with the rhythm of our breath. 5 more. Good. Holding back in our lunge, hinging forward, hands come to the earth, plank vinyasa, meeting up in down dog. Getting that chaturanga hold, challenging our upper body, and then lifting our chest, breathing into the lower back. Lowering when we're ready, curling our toes, pressing back up, down dog. Pedaling, finding stillness, or floating into child's pose, as suits. Two more big breaths. Good. Back to center. Left leg floats up. And we'll step all the way back through high lunge. Coming up on the toes, right foot gazing forward, hugging the knee in, stepping through. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, we lower the arms, we rotate over the lunged leg, rotated crescent lunge. Gazing over the fingertips, reaching behind us. Calm, strengthen our legs. Excellent. Inhale, reaching the arms up, coming back to center, hinging forward. Plank vinyasa, meeting up in down dog. Three big breaths. And we'll do our rotated crescent lunge, other side. Letting our right leg float high. Gazing forward, stepping up left foot, stepping through right. Crescent lunge, reaching our arms all the way up once we find stability. And then we can rotate open over the lunged leg. Gazing back beyond the fingertips, reaching behind us. Calm, steady strength. Three more breaths here. And on the next inhale, we come back to center, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hinging forward, plank vinyasa. We meet up in down dog. And we catch our breath. Next, step through, left foot will come into a warrior two. Inhaling, lifting the left foot off the ground. Coming up on the toes, right foot gazing forward, stepping through. Finding a warrior stance with our feet, bringing our arms parallel to the floor, reaching long, checking in with the toes beyond the left knee. Good. From here, we'll run into a Skandasana. So we'll shift our weight all the way over to the right, lifting the toes, inhaling back to our warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana, lifting left toes. Inhale, warrior. Floating through. Tall torso, maintaining length in the spine. 3 more. Last one. Inhale back to our warrior two, windmilling our hands to the earth, pivoting the toes, plank vinyasa. Optional, of course. Working the upper body as much as we desire. And we float back into down dog. Challenging our bodies in our chaturanga and our press up each time through. One more big breath to reset. Inhale, letting the right leg float up, finding our single leg down dog. Gazing forward, coming up on the toes, left foot, stepping through, finding our warrior two position. Tucking our hips underneath us, reaching long, and we can see our toes beyond our knee. You know the drill. Big breath in, and we come into Skandasana, over, shifting to the left toes, come up with the right foot. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, warrior. Calm, powerful strength here. Strength of body and mind. Three more. Moving to the rhythm of our breath, pausing and checking in with our position each time. Back to warrior two, we hold here, and we windmill our arms, pivoting the back foot, plank vinyasa. Gaining a little bit of flexibility and strength each time through. And we float back to down dog. Good. Next time through, we'll do our windmill warrior. So lifting our left leg off the earth. Gazing forward, coming up on the toes, right foot. Stepping through, warrior two again. We'll start here. Finding our strong warrior position. Rotating the front palm open. And on the next inhale, we come back to a reverse warrior. Exhaling, windmilling the arms. Left arm comes to the thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill, right arm floats up over the ear. Floating to the rhythm of our breath. Keeping our hips tucked under us, glutes are engaged. Feeling our side body open up and strengthen. Maintaining a strong lunge. 3 more. Last one, we'll hold our reverse warrior, holding here, reaching the left arm over our faces or our ear. Making sure we're holding a calm, steady lunge. Letting the right hand fall where it will naturally, and breathing space all the way down the side body into the lower back and glutes. Big breaths. And we'll windmill back, forward, side angle here, reaching the right arm over our ear. Using our left leg for support. Finding a straight line from the right foot to the right hand. Noticing the pattern there. Noticing the changing sensations with our breath. And we rotate forward, bringing our hands back to the earth, pivoting on the toes, plank vinyasa. Meeting us in down dog, taking a sip of water at any time we might need. And we reset before we do the other side. Good. Lifting our right leg off the earth. Finding our single leg down dog. Gazing forward, coming up on the toes, left foot stepping all the way through warrior 2. Tucking the hips underneath us, glutes are engaged. We rotate the front palm open, and on the next inhale, we windmill the arms back, reverse warrior, inhaling, exhaling, windmilling forward, side angle. Again, floating to the rhythm of our breath. Keeping a strong lunge. Three more. And we'll come all the way back into our reverse warrior, inhaling, reaching the arm tall, holding here. Allowing the left hand to make contact wherever it does naturally. Calm strength. Noticing any tension running from the right hand through the side body into the lower back. Good, deep breaths in. On the next exhale, we windmill forward, side angle, lifting the left arm this time, finding that line between the foot on the left side, all the way up the body and through the fingertips. Two more breaths. And we pivot all the way forward, up on the toes, planting our hands, plank vinyasa. Checking in with our form as we go. And we come back into down dog. Taking a moment here to hold our down dog. Maybe shifting our weight. Checking in with the IT band. All the energy that we might have between the lower back, down the outside of the leg, through to the heel. Good. Coming back to center. Pressing both heels towards the earth. Melting the shoulders and the chest. And allowing the head to hang heavy. Good. Next inhale, we're going to let our left leg float off the earth again. Coming up on the toes, right foot stepping through. Both feet this time, right foot comes underneath. Inhaling into a chair. Drawing the shins back so we can see our toes. Curling our tailbones underneath us, reaching tall. Good. And on the exhale, we'll bring our palms together. We'll tap to the outside of the knee, rotating gently. And then we inhale, reaching the arms back up. Exhale, rotating opposite side, tap. Inhale, reaching. Slow and steady, keeping our tailbones tucked under. Abdomen is engaged. Holding our chair with our legs. Feeling the strength of our legs. Lightness in our toes as we drive through the heels. One more on each side. Inhale, reaching forward, coming all the way up when you get here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reset here. Good. We'll do some arm swings added into that chair pose. Inhale, chair. Exhale, skiing the arms back. Torso is parallel to the floor. Inhale, back to our chair, reaching forward. Exhale, swooping the arms back to heart center. Taking a breath in between. And we'll reset to do that again. Inhale, sinking into chair, reaching the arms forward. Exhale, the arms sweep alongside us. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sweeping the arms around and back to heart center, breath in between. Repeating this to our speed and rhythm of breath. Taking a breath or no breath, whatever suits us in this moment. And we'll go for 3 more. meeting up in our mountain pose when we're done. Taking the opportunity to catch our breath and to do a quick body scan from head to toe. Checking in with our energy and mood. Good. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Side bends here. Feet are about hip width apart. We reach up, grabbing onto the left wrist. And then exhale, we come over to the side. Continuing to press the hips forward. Breathing into the side body. Coming back to center, reaching the arms tall. And then exhale, grabbing onto the opposite side, over to the left. Good. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way back up. Arching the lower back. Hands come together. And down to heart center. Exhale. Good. Bringing our left foot in towards us. We'll do a tree pose here. Finding our balance. Actively pressing the left knee towards the back of the room. Dynamic tension in our upper body with our palms pressing together. Glutes are engaged. We're tucking the hips underneath. And we find somewhere to gaze at. Making sure we haven't transferred any tension to our shoulders or our jaw. Noticing any wobbles and perhaps tapping into our affirmations. From here, we'll step into a reverse curtsy. So letting that left leg come to 90 degrees. And then we step back behind us. Reverse curtsy. Inhale, back to 90 degrees. Exhale, reverse curtsy. Hands can stay in prayer, or they can come back to our hips. Working through my wobbles with my affirmations. No competition and no judgment. Three more. Purposeful movements here. Inhaling back up to 90. And reset, wiggling out the heels and the toes. Maybe even crunching the toes into the mat, working the upper part of the foot. Good. Right leg comes up into our tree pose to start. Not tweaking or torquing our back to get into position. And once we get here, we actively press the right knee towards the back of the room, finding strength in our upper body. Perhaps we continue to hold our prayer pose. Perhaps we open or reach. Enjoying the stillness that we've created in this moment. And bringing our leg out in front of us. Palms together, 90-degree leg. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, we step back into our reverse curtsy. Inhale, back up. Exhale, reverse curtsy. Again, to the rhythm of our breath. Our speed, not transferring any energy or stress to other parts of our body. Three more. And we rinse out of this, shifting our ankles, our toes, giving them a little wiggle. Sigh it out. Well done, us. Last vinyasa, coming to the top of our mat. Inhale, reaching our arms up, palms together. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands, stepping back, plank vinyasa this time through. We're going to hold our plank as long as we can. We'll hold our chaturanga as long as we can. And then we'll float into our upward facing or cobra. And again, taking time to build strength and then to enjoy the peacefulness of this pose as we work through our wobbles to build strength and resilience. Pressing into the shoulder blades, we're up on our toes. Torso is parallel to the floor. The whole body is engaged. Calm, steady rhythm of breath. We float into our chaturanga when we're ready. Perhaps we push ourselves just a little bit more than we think we're capable of. And then we chaturanga when we're ready again. Holding here as long as we think we can. Two more breaths maybe. And then we're into our upward facing or our cobra, flattening our feet, lifting our chest high, gazing upwards, breathing into our lower backs. How did we do? Celebrating our resilience and our determination. Good. Lowering our chest back to the earth, curling our toes, kneeling, plank, chaturanga, or plank. And then we'll come back into a child's pose, sinking the hips all the way back. Reaching the hands forward, shifting or finding stillness. Taking a moment to reflect on any intention or affirmation we may have set at the beginning of our practice. As our heart rate and our breath come back to their natural rhythm. Taking as much time here as we need to imprint the practice on our body, to reflect on the practice and the strength that we brought to the mat and that we continue to develop. Using this child's pose as our final resting place, or floating our way into prone or shavasana, whatever feels best At this point in our practice, running through a body scan from head to toe to check in with areas of lightness and comfort, areas of strength, noting the light in our body that runs from our head to our toes. Perhaps taking another moment to set a new intention or focus for the days ahead. And giving thanks for our bodies for enabling us to practice here today. And if you're ready, we can draw ourselves up, bringing our hands into prayer pose, and giving thanks for the opportunity to practice, giving thanks for this community of support and love. With smiles on our faces, we reflect on something of kindness, compassion, and love that has been shown to us that we can then show to others around us. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your constant confidence in my ability and for the love you give to this community. Namaste.